Right, welcome back. I can happily say the Citroen DS3 is all finished. It's been decaled, it's been detailed, and it's all sealed, and I'm really well chuffed with the results. What I didn't realise was I've been working on this kit for 2 months now. I started this on the 8th of August, which is just over 2 months ago. But I've had a lot on just lately. I've been really busy around the house. I've just started a new job, and the various statues that I've had to paint for the missus for the back garden. So this one has took longer than I expected. So here's the final reveal. Right, turning the camera around, there it is on my custom rally stage. Now when I'd left you, this was just in the white coat that I used the Halford's gloss white on, the appliance gloss white, and I was just getting it ready for decals. So I basically started on the side first. That was pretty much all one decal, and these decals were a hell of a lot more well behaved than the ones that I did for the Focus, and I haven't had to hardly do any topping up here, in not much at all. So I had that little bit there, but that, if you remember from when I did the kit review, they got folded from UPS, so I just had to put a bit of red there, but apart from that they're not too bad. A lot of Microset and Microsol to get it to go on, so that goes from there all the way up there and over there. I've had to do a bit of topping up with some light grey and some red around the edges because they are slightly smaller than the car, especially here. Just had to put a bit of black there, matte black, but once I've painted it on and let it dry, you can't tell where I've painted and where the decal is. As you know, if you remember, these were in the Mads Ostberg version, so I had to cut the number 4 out with my scalpel and then put Kris Meeke's number 3 in from that extra set I bought, because don't forget you got the actual one for the car and then you had the other set that I bought from MF Zone. So I'll put that on there, the number 3. I've also got the Kris Meeke and Pat Nagel and the number 3 decals there. Dead easy to put on. They're very, very bold indeed. I wasn't sure how they're blending, but they're very, very bold. So I did the sides first. Then I did the bonnet decals on top of the white. Round the edges, round the total here, I've topped that up with the red because, like I said, they're slightly shorter than they should be. Put the Abu Dhabi logo on, the Rally Portugal and the electrical point decal on. Then I did the Fender wells decals. Now these decals as a little triangular piece that went from there all the way up here, so I cut that off and I used those to get there because there was a tiny bit of a gap, so I used those little pointed spares and put them on there to blend that in both sides. Also around the front bumper decal, which goes from there with that, round there with that, and then all the way around the front bumper. I probably should have pushed those up a bit more to the edge of the headlamps, so be careful when you do that. You might need to push them right up, and also paint the splitter black before you put this decal on, because that should be probably about a mil up more and it will actually go right up to the headlamps. So I just got some matte black paint again and just went around the edges just to top that up. You can't really tell, to be honest, because it's actually a pattern. You can see the grey, the black, the grey, the black, just a very slight pattern. So you've got all the Abu Dhabi logos there, the Abu Dhabi Racing. You got the front radiator, Abu Dhabi DS logos and the Michelin. Now with the number plate, Mads Ostberg's number plate is different to Kris Meeke, so I had to get the number plate, which is CA975ZW. So I've got a German Euro font, license plate font, and just printed them off myself on white decal paper, and then I just painted over that small number plate. Once that had dry, and then I put my white one on top of that. So that's that. The Identicar decals, I've had to put those on. Then I did the roof. That was all one decal. Whoops, all one decal. with the Rally Portugal. I had to cut the number 4 out, so I got the square line decal out my MF Zone decals and put that on, and then put the number 3 on, and then you've got a jab through for the aerial, so you've got one there, one there. The Union Jack logo, again it was Mads Ostberg, so I had to cut the Norwegian flag off because this one is one decal, so I cut the Certina off and I cut the pattern that matches the pattern on the roof off as well. Then I put the Union Jack flag on, then the Certina, then the pattern. You got the windscreen thing as well for the DS automobiles with the FIA World Rally Championship and the green line, and you've got a DS3 logo which I had to put on extra, so that's that. You got the Citroen WRC.com logos as well. Rinse and repeat on the other side with the 3 and the Pat Nagel and Kris Meeke and the number 3 there. Then you've got the rear decals. Now just underneath there you've got a Portugal. That goes on the rear screen, put that on first, Microsol it, set it, seal it. And then you go number 3, put that on first, Microset, seal it. And you've got this grey one here, all that's in one decal with the Abu Dhabi DS3 Citroen and the Abu Dhabi logo there. And then you've got the Total with Mads Ostberg's number plate. So what I did is I just laid the Total one first with the number plate, Microset, Microsol, and then let it dry, and then got my scalpel and cut Mads Ostberg number plate out, and then put my Kris Meeke CA975ZW in on white decal paper. So that's that. And then round the edges here, all the way round and there, just topped up with the red paint, and that's that decal. On the rear spoiler you've got Citroen driveds.com and the DS3 logo, so that's that. Now with the rear spoiler, this is the 2012 version. The 2015 version has some upright winglets. There's 5 on them. There's one at the edge there, one at the edge there, and then 3 in the middle. So with the green, which is Vallejo fluorescent green, I decided, well, I tried to make the upright winglets, but I couldn't get the angle right because it like dips in and like a little rounded channel and then comes back up again. I couldn't get the angle right, so I improvised, painted the edges in the white and then the fluorescent green after both sides there. And then because of the upright winglets I haven't got none, I decided to put the Citroen logo on the spoiler from the kit decals. And then the DS logos from my custom decals there. And I've also done the headlamps, you know that little gap? I went in with my fine detailing brush, painted them white, and then painted Vallejo fluorescent green on top of those as well. Then the back here, I've had to top it up with the grey, but it's blended in really well. And then round the edges here, it didn't quite meet the tops of the windows, so I had to get my light grey on there, and then obviously put the Sparco, Magneti, Morelli and Trans Alliance decals on there. Once it all dried, just sealed them with a clear gloss, and that was pretty much it. But this is looking absolutely fantastic. I'm really well chuffed. Apart from the spoiler, which is the 2012 version, I'm really well chuffed. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. You've got the Michelin decals there, and you've got the Citroen Oz Racing ones there as well. That was one decal, and those are obviously one decal. Microset, Microsol sealed those with a clear gloss, and that's it. But really, really nice. I'll put the link for the decals in the box below. So if you wanted to do it to this livery, you'll be able to get the decals yourself. And that's it. There it is, all done. So thank you for sticking with me over these 2 months with all the things I've had to do. As usual, I'll put some stills on at the end of this video, and see you fairly soon with the next build. Thank you very much for watching.